The very first card that you get, you know, it's interesting. Usually for most readings, the card that wants to go first is something sort of encouraging. And this time, in this month of December, the word that kept coming up sort of for everybody overall was wisdom. And so it's interesting. Yours is the first reading that I'm doing. And where typically, as I said, they typically want to start with something empowering. This time, they're starting with, it's almost like this just sort of, it's like it's time to get real. It's time to get sort of serious. I tend to be a very positive person. I go positive very quickly. Sometimes that can be annoying to people. And so, you know, maybe they're speaking to me too in the way that I do these readings, maybe. But anyway, your very first card is this never-ending story. And she's just like, ugh. So for some of you, if that resonates, there might be for some of you this feeling of, oh, is this ever going to end? Is this ever going to end? It feels like the energy of, it's just, oh, kind of exhausted, like it's just never going to end. Whatever it might be. It could be just sort of what's going on in the world. It could be what's going on in your own life. It could be at work. It could be in relationships. So there's just some element of this frustration and a bit of exhaustion is what it feels like. It's just, is this ever going to end? And it will. It will end. Everything goes in cycles. You know this intellectually. You know it's going to end. And so, you know, if you can, okay. Allow the mind to help with the emotion, with the feeling of this. Allow the mind to come in. Remember, the word was wisdom. Allow the mind to come in to help with this emotion. As they were saying, intellectually, we know that this will pass. And so see if you can sort of, you know, nurture this feeling of frustration and exhaustion with knowing that you know, allow your mind to speak to your heart for encouragement. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens. Release regret and embrace any opportunities that might come your way. Again, search for the silver lining. So interesting. Yeah, that's what I do. So my readings do tend to be very positive, you know, full of hope. That's just where I live. I at a young age recognize that we have a choice in what we choose to perceive. You can find negative and you can find positive. And so I remember I was somewhere in my 20s, I think, where it just kind of struck me like, wow, you know, I have a choice. So if I have a choice, I'm going to go with the good one because it feels better to me. And so that's what they're encouraging you to do. It's like that whatever some kind of hardship might be happening that may feel like it's been going on for some time, there's a reason for it. Sometimes negative, what feels like or is perceived as sort of negative situations that then cause this feeling, sometimes they do go on for a very long time so that what's on the other side of it is that definitive, I will never let this happen again. This will not happen ever again. And you may not get to that level of conviction without it being like this for so long. Does that make sense? You know, if you had some kind of little struggle and then it resolves and it goes on by, it's not as easy to find sort of this bigger transformational decision where you may decide something different about your life. And so they're saying, you know, everything happens for a reason, and they're speaking to this. This is coming right after this. So there could be a reason that it's been like this for some time. Because it's gonna help you get to that point where it's just absolutely enough is enough is enough. You know? Enough. And so everything happens for a reason. It feels like that's the point where the peace comes. And it can happen in an instant. It will happen when you've just absolutely had enough. The peace comes on the other side of that. When that decision is made that, okay, you know what? Everything is happening for a reason, even though it maybe doesn't feel so good. One of the reasons could definitely be what they were just saying about, then you reach that point where you've just had enough. And when that happens, it kind of changes your life, because now you're going to have a higher awareness around that situation potentially coming in again. If it's a relationship, you're going to be mindful in the next one. If it's a job kind of thing, and then you're going to be more mindful, and with this higher awareness going into the next job, it will change. It will change you for the better. And so with that, it feels like for some of you, there will be that decision made, with the energy speeding up and time speeding up, and Christmas is coming, the season of love and gift giving, that can also be challenging with family dynamics and that kind of thing, with a lot of emotions running high this time of year. This feels like there could be a turning point for you, very much so. And so with that, you may get this sudden revelation. This sudden revelation, now she wants to come back. This one wants to come back. This sudden revelation to this. Enough. Yeah. There's the sudden revelation they were speaking about that offers you freedom to break free of any procrastination, things that may have been holding you back because of this feeling, or feeling like you were stuck, feeling like you were blocked, some of you. And so there could be a sudden revelation this month for you guys. And then embrace the opportunities that change will bring. When you have this breakthrough, this decision breakthrough, and this revelation of sort of maybe what's has brought this situation in. The sudden revelation will give you ideas that you're going to get some peace by understanding it and letting it go, helping the mind, have the mind help with the heart. And then these sudden revelations, and when you get these sudden revelations, they're coming from a higher power. This one wants to go next. These sudden revelations will be coming from, now this is saying higher power, but it's also your higher self. It's also with a higher awareness, this connection to your higher self. So the sudden revelations that come through will be coming from your higher self, but also from spirit, from guidance, from your guardian angels and higher angelic beings that are with you. There's a higher power that's with you as this revelation comes through. And then we have this excellent opportunities will be offered. Excellent opportunities, scholarships in the pursuit of education, time to get to work, time to get to work. A gift of passion, opportunity, inspiration, the chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. This is the stuff that's on the other side of this. When this revelation of understanding happens and you've just had enough is enough, then the peace comes in and the revelations, and you get great ideas, and then you're ready to do something different, potentially. And as they were saying, as you go into this next opportunities, next gifts of passion in the revelation, and what you'd like to do next, this is the ace, the chance to do something amazing. This is going to be the new feeling underneath. But you're going to go from this feeling to this feeling of excitement. After this revelation comes through, it's like, and now, okay, so what could I do next that would be absolutely amazing and almost opposite of this? You're not going to do this anymore. It went on for so long, you're not going to do that anymore. Does that make sense? So whatever you're going to do next, you're going to make sure that it's amazing. And that's what this is saying. And in that, you're going to have all kinds of opportunities come to you, because now that's going to be where your frequency is. That's going to be where your state is. Excitement, a sense of wonder, wondering what's going to come next that's just going to be amazing. The chance to do something literally amazing. Inspirational opportunities, gifts of passion, where you're just going to have these revelations of what you could be doing or would rather be doing that just light you up. Very, very, very exciting. When that happens, take this leap of faith. Spirit is with you. You're being guided. You know what the revelation is and what you'd like to do next. Take a leap of faith. I was hearing this morning. See, this is why this is why you guys get to go first. This was what I kept hearing this morning, is take a leap of faith. I was also talking to my son for myself, taking a leap of faith. Well, that would be a leap of faith, you know. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. Finding that, you know, this sense of wonder, and this is all really exciting stuff that comes on the other side of this. And so this, now she wants to come back, like that very much could be the reason that this has potentially gone on and on and on and on and on, is because so for some of you, you may have needed to get to that point where it's just going to be such a definitive done with that, so that these incredible opportunities, your passion gets lit up. This is where you want to be. This is, for some, in some senses, the reason that it happened. There's a reason for everything, and this could very well be the reason. Is to sort of just push you to that place where you have that shift, and now you're just going to go for it. Go for it. Take a leap of faith. When you have the revelation and the peace comes, and when you do, when you go for it, we have 2 cards, you guys. These are the best cards about speaking to the sort of success, joy, fulfillment. 2 cards from this deck, from the Oracle. The Treasure Chest, Treasure Island, and Milk and Honey. Both of these are just about absolute fulfillment. These are your final cards, from this being your first card. And there's a reason for this, is to get you to that transformation turning point, to get you to this. And all of it, you know, of course everybody wants this. Of course everyone wants this. And a lot of times these readings say that it's you know, it's there for you, because it is. It is there for you. It is there for you, and the way these readings go a bit like a story. So if some of you are feeling like this about certain things, as you follow this story where you allow your mind and the intellect to believe in possibilities, you can accept that, yes, sometimes things happen for a reason. And it could be that you're just going to reach that end point, and as soon as you do, peace comes, big revelations come, the sense of wonder, your passion gets lit up. When your passion gets lit up, then life starts to reflect that, where things then get delivered to you to line up with what you're wanting. And when that happens, we get this. So it's like that same sort of message again. To follow this sort of, it's like an algorithm, isn't it? It's like an algorithm. If things aren't working, there's a reason for it. Turn it around. Great things start to happen in your emotional self as you look at what's possible. You know, sort of activate your sense of wonder. So they're saying, get curious, activate your sense of wonder. Things come to you, and then we have this fulfillment on the other side. And she wants to be the final card, and the final statement being, it's time to get to work. Time to get to work. That statement is what she wants to, is what they want to end your reading with. Time to get to work for December. Whew. That's a good reading, you guys. That's an absolutely good reading. So if you're feeling this, it can end soon. As soon as you're done with it. It ends when you're done with it. Understanding that it's there to push you to just that ugh, done. When that happens, all kinds of great things just sort of flows out like dominoes.